Awesome. Thanks, Josh. Let's see. Right here? Okay.
A little louder.
A little louder? Okay, here we go.
Perfect.
Hey, everybody. What's up? Thanks for just an incredible night. Can we maybe give a round of applause for Christina, Josh, everybody showing up? Thank you guys so much. It's been a pleasure meeting all of you. I didn't get a chance to talk to everybody, but just super cool to see people come together with similar visions, similar mind, and dedication to themselves and their personal growth. So I want to just we'll start with a question. I want to know, it might be the conflicting mics maybe.
Could be this.
Let's see. Can I sidearm it?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Okay.
Does he need the mic?
No, you're good.
Okay.
I don't need it. Okay. Cool. So I have a question. Does anybody have something? I think there's a lot of things after tonight that they're proud of. Does anybody want to share something that they're proud of? Anybody? Something you've accomplished, a journey you've been through? Laura, yes.
My blog.
Your blog.
Yeah.
Awesome. What about it? What about it makes you excited?
It's a faith-based lifestyle wellness blog for women.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, putting out your message, whatever that is,
Yep.
stepping into it boldly, that's super important.
Yep.
I surprisingly have a couple of things that I'm proud of as well. I don't want to brag about it too much, but in elementary school, I did happen to pull off all A's in elementary school. I know. I did it in middle school too, I did it in high school, I did it in college as well. In college, I was in the honors program, and for me, that was an accomplishment because I knew if I performed well academically, that would set me up the best as I moved into the work world. I also was a walk-on in college for my football team, Division I school. I was a small white guy, so for me, just to even get a chance, I thought I could still play in the NFL at that point. That was exciting for me. When I left college, I went into the work world. I studied computer science undergrad, and after a couple of years in corporate America, I had a chance to go and work for Amazon as a software engineer. And for me, once again, that was a big win because it's like, okay, cool, I'm working for a big tech company. This is going to look great on my resume. It's going to open up some doors. Now, I'm almost done bragging, but after Amazon, I started my first company. I was 24 years old, and my second year in business, I did over $250,000, which at that time was a big win for me, just because there were so many people who were telling me, why are you leaving Amazon? You're gonna take a step back by leaving corporate. Why would you go self-employed? But I knew I had a reason to do it. I knew I had a vision, and I knew I had a way to make it work, and I went and did that.
Woo!
At 27, I'm 29, yeah, I know I look 23, but at 27 I started my second business, which has also done 6 figures since, but the thing I'm proud of the most is the fact that through my current business, my coaching business, I've been able to help hundreds of people elevate their life, move fully in their potential, and actually live in everything that they're capable of doing. So I'm gonna switch the tone real quick. Does anybody now have something, now that I'm done bragging, does anybody have something that they're not proud of? Something that you look back and it's like, okay, I could have done that better. Anybody?
Yeah.
Yes, Christina.
I'm not gonna say what.
I don't want to say it. Rough late night out in Miami. We've all had them. I know I have a handful of things that I said I'm proud of, but I have a couple that I'm actually not very proud of as well. So in college, surprisingly, I had a girlfriend, and let's just say I wasn't always the nicest to her. I would raise my tone of voice, I would get pissed off, I was disloyal sometimes, I'd make fun of her friends. Also in college, I was drunk a lot of the time, so drunk that I would drunk drive all the time, just down the street to get a burger, because I thought I was Mr. Invincible, right? I was drunk, I can do this, it's easy. I also had a period where every single day, month after month, I was high, out of my mind. That's how I would end every single night. Coming out of college, because I had the girlfriend, I hadn't really learned much social skills with girls. So when I tell you I was definitely afraid to say hi to any girl, even though my intentions were good, I was so afraid. I had no confidence. I was so insecure. I was so afraid of being rejected. Let's see. I was put in handcuffs, I stole drugs in a foreign country, I had a 10-year addiction to, you guys want to be real tonight, to pornography. If we want to talk about real evil, real demons in today's world, we live in the epicenter of it, in a culture that completely sexualizes the body and now has women struggling with their self-esteem because of everything that's put out there. And there's a standard that's set, and has men in closets, in chains, and quiet about the battles that they're actually facing. So if we want to be real, I'll just point out that one problem. And you know, it's Miami, so once in a while I have a little bit of road rage. So those are some things that I'm not proud of. My name is Jack Landry, once again. I'm 29 years old. I'm an online coach. I help people get in the best shape of their life, physically and mentally. I also help them advance their career, whether it's finding the next job opportunity, whether it's building their business. I also help them overcome whatever addiction they may be dealing with. And for those who are curious and for those who are hungry, we also do all of this while helping them grow closer to and develop a relationship with God. So I want you to go back to the things I just said I'm not proud of for a second, and I want to create a little image in your mind. So after all those things happened that I said I'm not proud of, I created a vision for my life in 2021. This is when I was about 24, I think, 24, 25. I want to read to you some excerpts from that vision. The first one under my physical goals was, do not drink excessively. In college, you know, I have to say you have to do at least a little bit of excessive drinking to drunk drive. I also said, in terms of my mentality, I'm the most confident person in the room. And I remember one night specifically after college, I sat at the bar and my friend said, go over and just say hi to those girls, have a normal conversation. He said, I'll buy you a drink, I'll buy you a meal. He said, I'll give you $20. And I was so afraid to do it that I sat there and said no every single time. Doesn't quite sound like the most confident person in the room. The last one. So take steps daily to live like Jesus. Now, I don't know, I'm not going to get all religious on you guys, and I don't know what you guys know about Jesus, but he was a pretty good dude. He was a pretty cool dude, too. But as cool as he was, I'm not sure if he was riding around on the back of a donkey smoking joints every single day, saying, peace be with you, you know? He might have been sharing peace, but I'm not sure if he was getting high every day. So, and lastly, I said what that actually looked like coming to fruition in my life was this is done through living with concern, empathy, generosity, and love towards others. So when I look at my relationship with my girlfriend from college, you know, getting pissed off, losing my temper, being disloyal, really not embodying those things. So if I were to tell you that that vision was leading my life during that time, I would have been a complete hypocrite. It's like, how does this guy actually have his life being led by this vision? Clearly, it wasn't. And there's a verse in the Bible that I like that says, where there is no vision, the people perish. And that's exactly what was happening with my life right then. It was completely perishing. I had no idea where I was going. So what I'm here to talk to you about tonight is, number one, why it's so important for you to have a vision on your life, what exactly that looks like, how to formulate it, and then how to actually take that vision, work backwards to today, and actually take action steps to bring that to reality. So I want you to think of, you're getting in the car, you're going on a road trip, but you have no idea where you're going, okay? So we hop in, and there's a handful of things that can happen. We don't quite know where we're going, we don't have a destination, so we're probably going to end up going in the same repetitive cycle. We're probably going to end up at the same place. You know, we leave Miami, we end up in Fort Lauderdale, now we're back in Miami. Now this time we go west, we're in Doral, all of a sudden, oh, we're back in Miami. So you see yourself in repetitive habits, repetitive cycles when you don't have a destination. Another thing that will happen is you end up in places at destinations you don't want to arrive at. So all of us have either driven by one of those hotel, motel, Holiday Inn, shout out Pitbull. You've either driven by it or you've stayed in it. One of those places that you pull up to and you walk in and you don't even want to know what happened in that room that night. Sometimes we show up at those motels. If we don't have a destination, we also end up in accidents that we could have avoided. I don't even need you guys to raise your hand, but I know everybody has had one of those relationships where you look back and you're just like, what the heck was I doing with that person?
Hell yeah.
Like I was out of my mind. That wasn't actually me. So we end up in accidents that we could have avoided. And then lastly, and most importantly, we end up wasting so much time to actually get to the destination we want to be at. So if we actually knew we were going from point A to B, it's a direct path to get there. So this is why you need to create a vision. And a lot of people think they have a vision for their life. They're like, yeah, I want to make good money. I want to live in Miami and, drive a Lambo and do all the cool stuff and, yeah, maybe have a family and kids. But it's like, that's not really a vision because it's too vague. It's like saying you're going to go to Florida. Well, where in Florida are you going to go? So the first point when it comes to defining your vision is you need to get crystal clear, hyper-specific on all the details of it. Right? And your vision is what? And there's two aspects to your vision. There's what it is and then why it's important. And you can think of when you're actually formulating, put it on paper. When you're actually formulating it, your vision is going to fall into different categories. So there's a term called the wheel of life. It's like all the different areas of life. So think about physical, mental, spiritual, business, career, finance, relationships, family, lifestyle. These are all like the spokes on this wheel of life. It comes from this guy, Darren Hardy, who wrote the book, The Compound Effect. But if you can put on your dream hat and like get into your dream state, what exactly do you want in each of those areas of your life? Like making a lot of money is not enough. Not that money is everything, but like how much do you want to make? How much do you want to make annually? If you want to make $1 million a year, well then that breaks down to $88,000 a month, and then you can break that down to weekly and to daily. So what do I need to do today to make $1 million a year? And it's the same with your body. Like you just want to be in shape? No, like how do you want to look? What do you want to weigh? What pant size do you want to wear? Where do you want to live with your family? All the specifics, these details matter because now they give you the blueprint to head towards. So that's the what, right? And then the why is the most important thing because this is your motivation, this is your inspiration to continue. And this is not a linear process. Obviously, all you guys have lived a normal life. Duh, it doesn't go that way. So it's like you're going to face adversity, you're going to face obstacles, and you have to have a reason that's going to push you through. And typically what I've seen is, for me to stay motivated, that why has to come from internally. It has to be intrinsic. So it either has to be a reason that's important to me, or it has to come from my desire to like serve and give to the people around me. Like, for example, family members, close friends. If it's an extrinsic motivation, like trying to fit in, like seeking approval, like getting in shape or driving the Lambo because everybody else does, right? It's never gonna last. You hit the adversity and you're just gonna quit. So making sure your why is dialed in is so important. Like for me, being in shape is important to me, not because I want to look a certain way, but just because it lets me know I'm showing up every single day, I'm disciplined, I'm consistent, I know I'm showing up doing everything that I'm capable of. It also speaks to other people because you don't even have to talk to them, but they just know this person cares about themselves. The reason I want to make $1 million a year is because I want to have a wife with at least 4 kids. I want to live in multiple places across the country, and of course I'm going to be on the beach in all of those areas. I want to be able to travel with my family. Like everybody wants to travel. Do you know how expensive of a lifestyle that is, right? Like think about it. Figure out how much do you actually need to travel at least once a year. And these are my reasons, some of my reasons. So I go through a process with all of my clients that helps them go from vision to destination, and that destination becoming a reality. There's 6 pillars. The first that I just talked about, I call the manifest stage, which is basically simply what and why. And to me, manifest is not like, okay, I want that pink car, I'm putting it on my vision board, pink car, pink car, pink car, pink car, and then puff, like it comes out. Like that's not what manifest is. Manifest is just a vision becoming a reality. To become manifest is to become real. So I have the what, and then how do I make that become real? How do I make that become manifest? Through action. So the first step we just talked about, which is the manifest stage, and now you need, let's talk about the outfit stage, right? So if we're going to the club in Miami, we're probably not pulling up in a bathing suit because once again, you're gonna be rerouted. It's the same as like getting in the car with no destination. They're gonna kick you out and you're gonna have to go back to the house, change, and now it takes so much longer for you to finally get down and dirty on the dance floor. So showing up with an outfit that is actually gonna help you, showing up with a plan that's actually gonna help you get to the destination is crucial. And so I wanted to talk to tonight also about 2025, right? We're in the first month, we're almost done with it. How do I achieve my goals for 2025? How do I actually set goals? So you have that high level vision, and now let's just pick one category. I'm gonna pick business and use an example underneath it. Let's look at underneath each category and figure out, okay, what goals can I attain in a maximum 12-month period, right? Let's pick those. Now I have my goals for 2025 because it can be attained in 12 months. Now, once I have that goal, say I'm going to take the goal, I want to get a new job, say I'm an engineer, which I used to do. I'm making $50,000, say I want to make $100,000. What are the intermediate destinations between getting that job and where I am today? Okay, you want to get the job? Well, you probably have to get offered the job first. To get offered the job, you probably have to do an interview process. To get an interview, you probably have to do an application. And to submit an application, you probably need a resume first. But on your resume, do you even have the skill set that's required to get that job position, right? Have you looked at what's required for that job? And I'm figuring out, okay, maybe there's actually an additional certification that I need. So before I think about resume, before I think about applying, I'm starting to figure out that the most important thing I can do today is get that certification because it's required. So I've now worked backwards to today, and I know the most important thing I can do. And I'll even go even further, which is great. I got the certification. How are you going to get the certification? You probably need to study. So maybe find a course that's actually going to prepare you for that. So the best thing I can do today now is purchase that course and start to study for that course so I get the certification, and now I'm ready to apply, and the rest goes and I get the job, right? So, okay, I've broken it down. I have the intermediate steps. Now I'm going to set, let's get real about what we can actually do. Let's get real about what we can actually do today. We can set priority destinations each week. So my priority destination for this week is going to be to finish the first 3 sections of the course. So now I have something that can be accomplished in a 7-day window. And from there, I break it down even further now to what can I do today. So priority destinations are weekly, and what I'm going to call today is my power list. So this is something that I can accomplish in a single day period. What's the first thing I need to do to finish the first 3 sections? Well, I haven't even bought the damn course, right? So let's buy the course, and maybe we're going to also do the introductory section today. So my power list item for today, Monday, is buy the course and do section 1, right? So this is the planning stage. This is what it looks like. This is how we go from high-level vision to yearly goals to weekly action items to daily action items. And now there's this last phase, which I call the pause phase, which is basically where we're reassessing or reorienting. At the end of the day, I'm going to reassess what progress have I made. Did I complete the power list items? And which ones did I not? Ideally, we want to complete them all. It's going to take, you're going to have to learn like how to time box, how to estimate, stuff like that. But I look at the ones that haven't gotten completed, and I determine, is this still top priority, right? So for example, say I had a resume on there, and it didn't get done today. I'm looking at it and it's like, you know what? I really don't need to do this resume right now. I just need to do this damn course and get this license. So I kick that one off, and I set my new power list for the next day. If it still is the most important thing though, I just carry it over to tomorrow's list, and then I fill in my power list accordingly for the other like areas that I'm focused on, you know, physical, whatever it is. So this is the reassess process, the reorient process. I've reoriented for tomorrow, and then you do this exact same process on a week-to-week basis with your priority destinations. So I said I'm going to finish the first 3 sections of the course this week. Did I do that? And if I didn't, I roll it over as long as it's still priority, and I add my additional priorities going into the next week. So this is the process, and it sounds like a simple process, but this is exactly what I help my clients do. They come in with a goal. We make sure that we actually add real details to it, like what do we really want? What do you want and why do you want it? Let's get crystal clear. Let's come up with a plan. Let's get the outfit, and then I'll help them through what I call the execution phase, which is ultimately none of this works if you don't take action, right? Take action every single day, having somebody accountable, making sure you have people around you, having a support system. This is why something like this is so good, because you have like-minded people who want to grow, who want to support, who want to support each other, and who want to see each other win. So making sure you have that group is so important. So that's exactly what we do. And then we're constantly reassessing and reevaluating and reorienting on a day-to-day, on a week-to-week, on a month-to-month basis. And this is how I would suggest going from your vision to a reality. This will be my shameless plug. If you guys want to pull out your phone, I'll just give you my contact information for those of you who didn't get who I didn't talk to. But on Instagram, I'm just Jack. It's JCKP. Jack P. Landry, LANDRY. Josh, 5 minutes. Let's go. Sweet. Also, I'll give you guys my phone number. It's Jack P. Landry on Instagram once again. And then, so basically the way I operate is everything I do is super one-on-one. I want to make sure I have close relationships with my clients. This is not some cookie cutter BS thing that I do. And because of that, I have only a limited number of people that I can actually work with. So if you feel like you have a goal, if you're like, I need to get in shape, I need to get my body right, my mind right, I need to get my business right, I need to actually figure out what action steps I need to take to make it grow, or if you're dealing with any type of vices or addiction, literally hit me up. This is what I'm here for, this is what I do. And shoot me a message on Instagram tonight, or you text me. My number is 774-327. I'm giving you guys all the deets. No pics after 12 p.m. But 774-327-0306. If you guys feel like this is something you want to learn more about, text me tonight or on Instagram. Shoot me a message. We'll set up some time just to chat. If we get in touch tonight, I'll put a discount in if we end up deciding it's a good fit. And if not, hit me up before the beginning of February. I have like probably 5 spots left for people to come on. Yeah, so that's my plug. Appreciate it, guys. Other than that, that's really it. It's a simple process. It sounds simple, but it's all you have to do, right? It's literally this process of self-introspection, of looking at your life. You know, how did I show up today? What did I do, and how can I be better tomorrow, right? So let the vision lead you, because if not, you're like a chicken with your head cut off. And then constantly go through that process of yearly work backwards, right? Yearly, weekly, daily, and the next thing you know, the vision you created will be the reality that you're living in. Thank you so much.